Hey everyone, welcome to your monthly edition of. Well, no, I don't like that. Hold on. Hey everyone, welcome to another film commentary here on Patreon and available here on YouTube for our YouTube members. Again, thank you for your continued support with helping us. Oh, let me start that over. Hold on. Hey everyone, welcome to another film commentary here on Kings of Horror. This is, of course, our Patreon and YouTube members exclusive commentary for June. Yes, I know it's coming out in July, but we'll make it up to you with a couple more audio commentaries and video commentaries later this month. Today, we're watching what you voted on to be June's commentary track, which was The Hills Have Eyes by Wes Craven. And this is the original 1977 classic. And with us today, we have a special co-host, special person that's going to be watching along and talking alongside us. It is Count Drahoon. Welcome, Count Drahoon, to this special edition of film commentary track with us. Nice to have you on.
Well, thanks for having me, Patrick. Since I'm special, since I'm going to be on the next season of Chopping Block coming out very soon, you think maybe I ought to change my name to King Drahoon instead? have I
That's something
have
we
I
could.
made have
That's
I,
something
have
we
I,
could.
have I made my way up to King?
King Drahoon. That's something we'll have to consider on down the line. I like the way you're thinking, though.
Uh,
Um,
I'll
so
fight a
when's the
tournament if I have to.
hey? We can do a tournament of some kind. Um, so when's the last time you've watched this movie, or
It's
have
been
you
a
ever seen it?
minute. No. I've seen this for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Truth be told, I have not seen the remake.
Mm.
There's a there's the debate on whether there's actually a pretty strong contingent of folks that say that the remake is actually better than the original. Um,
Yeah.
I'll 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 let you know what I think when I actually have the time to see the remake.
Uh-huh.
But I do really enjoy this version. It's actually I would probably go so far as to say this might be my favorite Wes Craven. So it's a pretty neat film, and I love the fact that not that it really matters, but I think it's very interesting that it's loosely based on a true story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. It's definitely interesting, and I, it's one that obviously growing up, what you're most exposed to, Wes Craven, it's going to be Nightmare on Elm Street, it's going to be Scream, um, but this one kind of, this is probably like the third, just beneath those two as far as what's most notable work that he's done. But yeah,
That
I haven't seen it in probably, gosh, 5, 6, 7 years, so I'm definitely interested in revisiting it and discussing it alongside you today. And
same.
again, everyone, if you're watching this on the regular Kings of Horror YouTube channel, that means it has dropped down to this will probably come out in August, so it's August now. If you're just watching it on the channel, if you want to watch these the month they premiere, they come out, make sure you subscribe to our Patreon and YouTube members. For little as like $2.99 a month, you can subscribe and get access to other exclusive videos, get chances to vote on polls for trivia themes, and vote on the next commentary track as well. Um, Again, links are in the description, and you can see Count Drahoon on the next season, the current season of the Chopping Block, which is the second and fourth Saturdays each month. He'll be hosting a couple of short films this season and conducting some interviews, and he'll be around the channel in other capacities besides hosting short films. But make sure you check out when he is hosting content here on the channel. And do you want to also plug your own YouTube channel?
Yeah. at Count Drahoon. That's my socials, and then YouTube channel. I'm trying to see what else, what I've got coming down the pike on there. I just did a review on the latest Final Destination movie,
Hmm.
and then I'm gonna. So I did a DVD haul, because
Mm,
I've bought a lot of DVDs this year. When we were at FrankenCon, I dropped quite a lot of cash. Criterion Collection,
mm,
they had a sale not too long ago, and they're gonna have another one, so I'm gonna cash in on that too. So I've got like a dozen DVDs that I've gotten over the last couple of months that I just felt the need to kind of go through and talk about, and so that's actually going to be up this weekend, and
nice.
then after that, I think I'm gonna do another just a straight hosting. I'm gonna do Night of the Living Dead. So
Nice. Nice. You can't go wrong with a classic like that. So
right,
all right. So without further ado, let's start. The Hills Have Eyes here on Kings of Horror on Patreon and exclusively for our YouTube members as well. Can you hear that okay?
yes.
Okay.
I keep forgetting. Did they shoot this out in the desert in California, or is this New Mexico?
Hmm.
Let's look it up.
Let me look. Yeah. It was shot in California. Apple Valley, Victorville.
Oh, Victorville. Okay, I've been there.
Mm,
It's that's okay. In the Mojave, yes, that's California. Um, I was gonna say it would if you've ever been to New Mexico, it would make a lot of sense that this film took place. I say that affectionately. I love New Mexico. It's just there's a reason why they call it the land of enchantment, because they couldn't call it the land of the weird.
Fred's Oasis.
It's not a word you typically associate with gas station.
It's true.
They're trying to church it up. Classic combo.
That's all you need. It's like this film and Psycho are like two films that deal with the after effects of freeways, highways being installed, um, the lack of people driving on these lone remote roads.
I feel like I've seen him before. I guess that's kind of the neighbor that you need if you're going to be a cannibal. That's just going to kind of look the other way and not judge too harshly, but kind of give you a warning when the fuzz is around.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Big mistake.
Big mistake.
See, that's weird. Like, California was known for the gold rush, but they're going in and looking for a silver mine. It's, you're just asking for trouble.
Yeah.
It was like $100 back in those days.
Did you ever see the sequel?
No, I haven't. Is how does it hold up?
I haven't seen it either. I have it. I bought it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Gotcha.
I'm
Okay.
not too. I'm not too confident about it though.
You know, to be honest with you, I'm the world's worst because a lot of times when I explore a horror franchise, a lot of times I'll just check out the first, maybe the second movie and
Yeah.
just leave the rest of them alone because I'm afraid that it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
case, case in point, Halloween.
Also,
But
case in
well,
point, Hellraiser as well.
yeah, no, that's true. I will say the second one to me is the best out of that franchise. But I'm
Which one?
told that it falls apart after the second movie.
Which franchise?
Hellraiser.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
The first four are okay. Um, but yeah, the first two are the best ones. The only real ones to really watch. So
Which entry is the one where Pinhead kind of looks like he's made out of rubber?
I don't know.
You know what you know what I'm talking about? It's that meme where it's like
The Great Value.
this is what you pay. Yeah, the great value.
That's like the ninth one. That's like the first one that Doug Bradley
Okay.
was not involved with.
It's like the line producer's son's like, hey, you want to be Hellraiser?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
It's like I want to see the same story told from the perspective of the family. Like they're the main focus. It's to kind of see. It'd be interesting to see how they work and their inner workings and how they move around.
You said the remake is based off of the perspective of the family.
No, 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 no. I was just saying that it would be cool to see a movie like this same film, but from the
Right.
perspective of yeah.
Give it time.
Well, yeah, right, yeah,
I thought I just heard that they're rebooting Street Fighter,
yeah,
and then I feel like there's another. Oh yeah, well they're doing another Exorcist reboot.
yeah,
They're getting Mike Flanagan
yeah,
behind it now, so yay!
yeah. Back when baby car seats were not a common occurrence, evidently.
That's right. It's the
Just
'70s.
hole in the
Everybody lived
baby, just
life on the edge. The 1970s. Thank God he narrowly missed the jackalope.
yeah. I was about to say, like, heaven forbid he run that over. Let me crash the whole vehicle to avoid that.
Right.
It's not like it's a deer
Uh,
that can really mess you up.
oh yeah, yeah. Or a moose. Not that you would
Yeah.
find that in the desert, but though they're it's very rare that you survive in Canada if you
I bet,
slam
yeah.
into a moose.
Are you Drahoon, are you a do you know your dogs, your types of dogs? Dog types, breeds?
Here, here and there,
Do you know what
I know like
do you
I know corgis, German shepherds, Rottweilers,
are these German
Dachshunds.
shepherds?
How's that?
Are these German shepherds, these dogs
They
in
look
this?
like them.
That's what I
I'm like
thought, yeah.
I'm about 99% sure that they're German shepherds,
Yeah.
unless Wes Craven pulled a fast one on us and he had some secret knowledge of dog breeds that we don't know
Right.
about.
This man has some serious anger issues, and is he sipping his coffee? His black coffee, more than likely. Drawing a map.
Sorry, I think I something happened to me, but I'm
Oh,
back.
you're good. It's all good. Look at this dad. He was rocking his red shirt and red socks.
Well, somebody will definitely see him. Could be good for hitchhiking, but
True.
as we're about to see, not the kind of hitchhiking that he needs. I tell you, that red shirt and that green plaid, he looks like an.
His name was Russ Grieve. He died in 1980, so just what 3 years after this released, he was only 56. Wish I had the know-how to know if something was made of iron just by looking at it. The old geezer's service station. That's a trek. That is a trek.
His his pants are short enough without you busting his chops.
Yeah. Oh, mother for crying in a bucket.
We'll say that is a handsome mustache. I'm jealous.
Yeah, it's a healthy one for sure.
So I don't know if you could hear me earlier, but did aside from Michael Berryman, did anybody really have much of a career after this movie?
Dee Wallace did.
Of course, that's right. I forgot I forgot that was Dee Wallace.
Yeah,
She
Dee
was also
Wallace.
there at Breaking
She
Comics.
was. She was. But other than her, I'm not really sure.
Okay, so just those two, but that's okay. That is also the reaction that dogs have when they're close to me. So,
Oh, that's right. I think
I
one's
love
called
dogs.
Beauty and
Dogs
one's
don't love
called
me.
Beast. Yeah.
So, so this was 77. So this was 4 or 5 years before ET. Nice.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame the woman. Jeez, if their dog killed my dog, I'd be mad too.
Oh, it's kind of weird that they called it a pig.
Yeah,
Like I get it, they're trying to dehumanize the animal, but
yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like they could have come up with a better nickname.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful landscape, though.
It really is. I
See,
could.
I'm curious. So this was 77. I'm gonna look up because correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Wes Craven's his first horror film was The Last House on the Left.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
And so that was. So I'm looking for the filmography. Let's see here. Yep, 72.
Mm.
So he only made two films before The Hills Have Eyes. He made Last House on the Left in 72, and then in 75, he didn't direct it, but he wrote Fireworks Woman,
Mm.
which I'm going to guess and say that is not a horror movie.
Well, it says he did direct it as Abe Snake, which looks like it's like a X-rated film.
Oh, yeah, well.
So that's probably why he
Yeah,
did it under the pseudonym.
that that
But
happened a lot in the 70s.
yeah, but being credited as Wes Craven, it was Last House on the Left, The Hills Have Eyes in the 70s, and then he did a Summer of Fear movie, which was a TV movie.
he well, it's interesting because so Wes Craven did that. Bill Lustig did that too. So they would
Yeah.
direct pornographic films, but they would also do horror. So
Hmm.
do you know where the term grindhouse comes from?
I do not. Why don't you tell me?
So a lot of times, horror films and exploitation films would be shown in the same venue as like a burlesque show. So that type of venue or that type of showcase
Hmm.
got the nickname Grindhouse because that was the house that you met where there was a lot of bumping and grinding from the girls who were dancing. So
That
ergo
makes sense.
Grindhouse. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's very analogous to modern grandparents trying to figure out how to use FaceTime.
That's true. Very true.
Well, so it's funny because I think I'll look it up here in just a second just to double check, but this came out the same, or definitely the same decade, possibly the same year as Convoy, which was that that movie was kind of big with the CV thing because
Hmm.
truckers use CV radios mostly. So
Yeah,
that's kind of an interesting. Obviously, it wasn't like this was just something of the '70s that was of its time, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen The Serpent and the Rainbow by Wes Craven?
Not yet, not yet.
It's pretty
It's
good.
on the
It's like
list.
a voodoo
Right,
type thing. Yeah, it's pretty solid.
which they haven't really. I
There's
haven't
not
seen a lot of
much.
that in a while. I mean,
The la-
that's.
the last one I can think of that was of that nature was like '07, '08, The Skeleton Key.
Oh yeah,
That
this
was
that's
voodoo
right.
esque.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah, I feel like Skeleton Key and the others fall into a category of movies from the 2000s that nobody talks about anymore, but they should.
Yeah, yeah. The others is good.
Others is great. I love that. Let's see. I'm gonna double check. Okay, so Convoy came out in '78, but still, I mean, there's only about a year
Yeah.
difference between the two movies.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense because, like, CB radio is more of the mobile communication
Right,
for that era. So it's like the equivalent of if you don't have if you don't have service on your cell phone in present day.
right. But it's interesting though because I had kind of forgotten that like the CV kind of plays a role in this movie in terms of
Yeah,
like because
yeah,
the family's listening into the you know basically
hmm,
trying to find their next meal from the CV radio. So
yeah. Bobby's a bit traumatized.
which I get it, totally get it. He was one more blockage away from making this into a completely different genre.
Right. Speaking of Wes Craven's other fortes in film,
Mhm.
I've forgotten how once this movie started, you just get it. There's no really, I mean, there's some slow build up, but there's not
Right.
really. It kind of thrusts you right into it, almost immediately.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing that I remember. One thing I appreciate that movie is like it's a tight hour and a half. There's not like a
Hmm.
whole lot of lean time in this movie. It just goes boom, 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 right through.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ah, I don't think he meant to do that. Reverse psychology.
Exposition time.
You know what? I don't know. It's bugging me, so I need to look and see. I know that actor. I can't place him right. Uh, John Stedman. Oh, okay. So the old fella,
Hmm.
he's a character actor. He was in a lot. He
Yeah.
was in the original Walking Tall. He was in the
Hmm.
original Longest Yard, and he was also in Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Speak of the devil, man.
And we'll never know what that stuff is for. It's a heck of a way to kill a man.
Yeah.
So another, let's see, saw a name that sounded familiar. So that's John Stedman. And then, so Bobby is played by Robert Houston. I wonder if he is part of the Houston, no, no, that's the spelled differently. I thought he was maybe I thought maybe that was the Houston family, like John Houston or Walter Houston.
Uh,
It's not, but he did become a director. He ended up directing Shogun Assassin in the '80s. So,
oh, nice. You don't really see too many blue jean jackets anymore. Have you ever rocked a blue jean cape?
the thoughts crossed my mind. The producer's wife, she's Canadian, and I'm told that anytime you've got just full denim on denim, it's called a Canadian tuxedo. So, so we shall see.
That would be absolutely terrifying if you heard that in that scenario.
Yes. And I say that as somebody that cannot be harmed during the hours of night. That would still freak me out.
Mm-hmm.
So the budget for this movie was $230,000, and it ended up grossing
Okay.
25 million worldwide. That is a
Dang.
huge return.
Yeah. Yeah.
even
Massive.
even today, that's a lot.
Yeah. That now that budget probably, if you were, making it for modern currency, that budget would have probably been like a million or two, somewhere around that, and it probably would have grossed like probably 40, 50, if that was the same,
Right? Yeah, I think
if that
that's about
math's
yeah.
something like that.
I think I think that's about right. It probably up to about 2 million.
Yeah.
See, that happens a lot in New Mexico.
Just endless what? You mean like the road just
Well,
stops?
yeah, there's just road just stops, especially once you get out towards like the reservations. So
Mm.
you gotta be careful.
I drove through Nevada through to Arizona, I think. But that's as far west as I've gone.
Yeah, I've been to Nevada too, Vegas specifically. It's a
Hmm.
lot of fun. So while we were out there, did you have a chance to talk to Dee Wallace or Michael Berryman at all?
No, I didn't, and now I regret not doing it.
Okay.
But I know at least Michael Berryman. He's on the con circuit pretty often, so he should be at
Yes,
one sooner than later, I would imagine.
I didn't have a chance to talk to Dee, but I did. I talked to Michael Berryman for like a little bit because I ended up
Yeah,
getting a movie poster autograph by him for this movie. He was
nice,
really he
nice.
was really nice, very nice man.
Yeah, I
You
met him
notice
at the
he
very first convention I went to in like '07.
he doesn't have any fingertips.
Yeah,
It's part of
yeah,
that. I forget what it's called, but it's that congenitive. It's that defect that he was born with.
yeah. I just saw that. I'll tell you what it is. It is. His condition is hypohydrod. Wait, hold on. Hypohydrotic ectodermal dysplasia. Means he
Oh,
has a lack of sweat glands, among other things.
gotcha.
Worked on this film for 5 months in the 100 plus degree heat in the desert with no
Yeah,
sweat glands. That's
but it cools down at night, so at least
true.
there's
It
that. But
does. Yeah, it does cool down quite a bit.
so it looks like it looks like at least half this movie was done at nighttime. So
Yeah, yeah, that probably helps.
nice reprieve. So I just looked it up just out of curiosity. D was 29 when the film
Hmm.
was released. So I guess that probably would have put her 28 when they filmed it.
Yeah, probably.
So it's just kind of crazy because like she was really young when she did ET. Like I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And like she was probably a little too young to play the mother of those boys.
yeah. I haven't seen ET in such a long time, but
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, she would have been what, mid 30s, early mid 30s
early to
when
mid
ET came out.
30s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wouldn't have even been. Yeah, she would have been 33 or 34
Hmm.
when she started working on it. So
I mean, I guess it's not too out of the picture. They were like what 10 around that, but the boys 10, 11,
well, yeah. So
maybe.
the older one, he was like what 14, 15.
Oh, was he? Okay.
I think so. You know, the one that played football. So he had
Yeah.
to have been a he had to have been a freshman or a sophomore in high school
True.
because then Elliot was about 8 or 9, maybe
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. I've always been so like the whole art form, well, not art form, but the whole action of siphoning gas, just like that, just getting the flow going. I guess it would work. I don't know. Like if you're just using
Well,
like a rubber hose and like,
it it worked in
or
Cheech and Chong, so there has to be a science behind it.
there has to be. If Pluto can do it in the desert and Cheech and Chong can do it, then there has to
That's
be some
right.
truth to it. So
It's possible.
yeah, a lot of people say that the 2006 remake is a good example of taking an older film like this and making it a remake, but kind of like how they're two different things, but it's like a good retelling of this type of story or of this story.
Right,
And again, I
because
haven't seen. It's set
it
in like
sets
modern
it
times, I think.
right. It sets it in a it changes the context to make the movie make sense in
Yeah,
that time.
I haven't seen that one in quite a while either. So
Mhm. Well, Darcy the Mail Girl says that it's better than the original, so we'll see.
I would have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I will watch it at some point and I will give you a full analysis of what I think.
Good. Have you ever slept in an RV before?
I don't think so.
I have once or twice. It's okay. I mean, I'm sure more comfortable now than how like the
Sure.
beds in the 70s would have been, but
I slept on a Greyhound bus.
oh, interesting.
It was not comfortable.
I would not think that.
um, no, you know what? I take that back. I've slept in a box van that was more or less rigged up to be an RV. So,
Yeah.
like a bunk bed kind of thing. So,
Okay. Now would be the time to tell them.
bad news, guys.
Funny you bring that up.
Is there ever a good time to break this kind of news?
Oh, that's right. I forgot they rigged the dad. Pluto, Mars, and Papa Jupiter.
Yeah. It's funny how the men in the family all have, they're named after Roman gods, and the women, there's just Ruby, and I forgot what they called the mama.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't make that connection. Oh, that's interesting.
Eh,
Oh wait, no, you're talking about Mars, Jupiter, and Pluto, right?
right.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, not the parakeet or the whatever that is.
Hmm.
He really hasn't changed that much. I mean, yes, he looks older now, but like,
Yeah, but he's still the same.
yeah, obviously, I'm sure his condition helps with that, but
Yeah, and it's not fatal, right? It's just
I don't think so. Yeah.
okay. It just it gives him a very unique appearance.
Hmm. Oof.
It is after third-degree burns.
Yeah. I mean, he probably had a heart attack as well. Whiskey and blankets too. The essentials to recover from third-degree burns.
Whiskey, radios, and blankets. That's the
Yeah.
that's the overlap.
Oh, I forgot that happened.
Do you know much about 70s music?
I don't know.
Do you know Mungo Jerry?
No.
Um, look look up Mungo Jerry and see if there isn't a striking resemblance to Mars right here.
Oh yeah, I can see that for sure. Yeah, with the mutton chops and all.
Right. I think I think Mungo Jerry has slightly better teeth, but other than
Yeah,
that,
the mom got shot. Who else got shot? Didn't someone else get shot?
mom got shot, and
That's not his wife, is it?
it is, yeah, it's the
No.
so she got stabbed,
Mm-hmm.
but the baby's okay.
Yeah. Dee Wallace had an amazing run. She did The Howling in 81, she did E.T. in 82, Cujo in
Hmm.
83, and Critters in 86.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a jam packed week
Mm.
decade. I almost said
Hmm.
weekend. Uh, so Craven loosely based the family on not the human family, but Michael Berryman and the clan. There was a Scottish clan in that was headed by a guy named Sawney Bean. And they allegedly cannibalized travelers that they kidnapped along the way. So,
Yeah, I remember hearing that one at some point. Some point, I've heard
mhm.
that. Yeah, Mercury, Pluto, Papa Mars, or Papa Jupiter, and Mars. Yep.
Uh-oh. I forgot about the dog going rainbow. Oh, nice. Kind of crazy. It's been almost 2 months since FrankenCon, since I met Michael Berryman.
That is wild.
It feels like a whole other lifetime ago. Well, that's why. That's right. I forgot. That's why they're such good neighbors. It's the grand
Yeah.
looking out for his grandkids. But still, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess that's relatively good family if they kind of look past certain things.
Right. The original title for this film was Blood Relations, but the producer disliked it, and numerous titles were considered, and this it was tested best under The Hills Have Eyes.
It is a better title.
Yeah, it's
I
one of the
think
most famous
if
titles in horror.
yeah, for sure. I think if they had given it blood relations, it probably would have incidentally fallen into a bargain bin at some point.
The title, it's almost like it reminds you of some of those giallo titles, like they're kind of long and intricate.
For a long time.
The eternal sleep. Don't waste your ammo, bro. Oh no, did you shoot Beast?
Oh, neat! It has a peephole. I didn't realize that.
Hmm.
Oh, not.
Maybe this is where he shot through. Or just the screen, yeah, I guess.
Maybe not that good. It just gave the whole plot away.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this film really only takes place over like maybe a full day.
Yeah, it's like a 24-hour period. So I looked it up. The location. So this was shot in Victorville, which
Mm-hmm.
that's in San Bernardino County, California, and that's fairly close to the border of Nevada.
Mm,
But the actual, I think the setting is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be the deserts of Nevada because
mm,
I read in the plot description that Fred's Oasis is Nevada, so they're heading.
okay.
So they're right at the border between
Yeah.
Nevada, the state of Nevada, and San Bernardino County,
Gotcha.
which I have trekked through many times.
Okay.
I thought I was going to make a lot of noise. So this is a really morbid observation, but they've got two dead bodies in that RV.
Mm-hmm.
They might want to, if they can't get to like a hospital, they probably need to put them on ice because it's going to start to smell really bad.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, especially when it's in the desert.
Start getting what little ice cubes you have and just
Yeah, just
if they
start
have
chucking them
any.
on. Chuck 'em on.
Yep.
Or I guess if you get desperate and you don't have enough ice, maybe salt will work.
True.
Mm-mm. Rookie mistake. I do like his crown.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I guess if you rebooted this, you could probably maybe you could probably get away with texting
Yeah.
in your area. Look out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would have really sucked if those matches were already lit.
Roll credits right then and there.
Right. Yeah, it's funny. The irony of this scene is that Michael Berryman is a huge animal
Yeah.
lover, like he
Uh-huh.
loves dogs
Yeah.
specifically, and I think he was on the last drive-in one time they when they did their telethon, and one of the
Yeah.
charities that they contributed to was like a wolf sanctuary.
Mhm. Yeah. Oof.
Hmm.
She's running with that.
They're a tight knit family. She'll understand them. It does kind of remind me of Vacation a little.
It does.
Berryman is also in the 2006 reboot, correct?
I'm not sure.
I'll look it up. Doesn't look like it.
Okay. They don't.
I think they were just banking on catching them all off guard and then killing them one by one and eating them. But now that
Hmm.
they were only like half successful, so now they're it looks like they're kind of playing defense a little bit.
Yeah. Oh god. Oof.
Mm.
Do it.
Very cool. I will say this though, the family does have terrific fashion sense. Both families, really.
They do in their own dynamics. Yes,
That's exactly what I would wear in a post-apocalyptic hellscape. I haven't even talked about the soundtrack. That's
it's good. It's solid. It's nothing
where the
crazy, but
kid.
it's super effective.
Well, that I like that particular track that just played. That good
Hmm.
beat. Hello, lady. Two bullets will at least slow him down. So,
uh,
oh. And it's like I said, like that. Not too bright, but I guess it's hard to think when you're hungry.
yeah, there you go. Is that credits? No. Oh, and Ruby becomes part of
I
the
love
family. I
shots
guess I
like
don't
these. It's
know.
like one big happy family. Sure, we're
Plus
gonna
this,
need years and years of therapy to recover from this,
this,
but we made it.
this, plus this incest girl that was the product of incest. Really, the
You know what?
MVP is Beast.
No, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah,
Hmm.
that the hand holding at the end wasn't weird at all. Oh, you
It's like
belong to the family that massacred our family? Come on in.
it's
We
like
accept you.
it's like they gave no he gave no explanation as to why he's with or why she's with him, and there's you must be good now. So I read here that the second film, which was released in '84, I think. Uh, yeah, '84. It was actually shot before Nightmare on Elm Street went into production, which was the same year that the second one came out. The second film
Mhm.
and Nightmare on Elm Street both came out in '84, but the second one was shot before Elm Street went into production. Craven said later that only 2/3 of the film was shot. But after Nightmare became a box office success, they convinced him to finish it using footage that was already shot. Since there's not enough for a feature length film, footage from the first film was edited in to pad out the running time. And then
Ah.
also, obviously, Craven and Michael Berryman both have gone on to admit that the sequel was a terrible idea. And evidently, The Hills Have Eyes Part 2 is one of the only films to feature a scene of a dog having a flashback. The dog itself is the one having the flashback.
That's that's a very interesting choice.
It is, yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, that was Wes Craven's 1977 classic, "The Hills Have Eyes." That was fun. That was
Yeah.
a swift hour and a half. It didn't really drag at all. The pacing was actually pretty solid throughout. The slowest part was when like the mother was dying, but that was a good
Right.
slower paced moment. But yeah, no, I thought it was solid. What were your takeaways from this viewing?
I forgot how clever the kills were. The like when the brother when Bobby and the sister when they figured out how to sort of rig the matches and the gas
Mm-hmm.
so that whenever Jupiter opened the door that it would immediately
Yeah,
explode like that. That's really clever. I'd forgotten
yeah,
about that.
yeah,
So
yeah,
and
yeah.
then
No,
yeah, so I'm glad you invited me on this because it had been a couple of years since I've been able to watch this,
yeah.
and I love '70s horror. I love the grittiness. Well, I just love
Mm-hmm.
'70s movies in general, but like
Yeah.
most movies from the '70s they have that grittiness, that sort of dirty look to it. And
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate it from this movie. So this is a classic.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, it was great watching it alongside you, and we'd love to have you on future ones in the coming weeks and months.
yeah, anytime you want me to come back on, I'm game for it. Just let me know.
And if you liked this, make sure you check out the next poll to pick what the next film commentary will be. That poll is out now, so make sure you go and vote on it. For Kings of Horror, I'm Patrick. That's Count Drahoon, who you can catch here on Kings of Horror on the chopping block. And we will see you next time.
Green